Salute to Jamila, and this is my punchline. This week, the social media in Kenya was in palpable anger and fury over a terribly sad and brutal incident thousands of kilometers away. The anger was triggered by a video of an unarmed black man in handcuffs who was filmed writhing in pain and crying out for help as a white policeman pinned him down with his knee in the US city of Minneapolis. The 47-year-old man, a bouncer identified as George Floyd, died later, and that incident sparked outrage in America and beyond. The 4 police officers involved have since lost their jobs, and hopefully they will ultimately pay for their brutality. What broke my heart is Floyd's helpless cries. "I can't breathe. Please, please, I can't breathe. My stomach hurts, my neck hurts, the knee in my neck." As the heartless officer told him, "Relax." And I fully understand why Kenyans on social media, just like their counterparts elsewhere in the world, are outraged. Martin Luther King Jr., in his 16th April 1963 letter from a Birmingham jail to his fellow clergymen said, and I quote, "Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. We are caught in an inescapable network of mutuality, tied in a single garment of destiny. Whatever affects one directly affects all indirectly." End of quote. But I also ask myself, are we really angry, or are we just putting up a show? I mean, how many times have we seen rogue Kenyan police officers brutalize Kenyans right here in Kenya, especially the youth, labeling them criminals with tags such as Mungiki, terrorists, hooligans, rioters, or even looters? Are we angry enough whenever some young men are taken away by some police crack squads, never to be seen again? How do we respond whenever young people are taken away by some law enforcers, bundled into some vehicle booths, only for their decomposing and disfigured bodies to be found in some thickets or dumped at the city mortuary labeled unidentified Kenyan male? How and why don't we respond in similar anger as we did this week when a black unarmed man was brutalized to death by a white officer continents away? Not so long ago, during the anti-IEBC demonstrations by NASA supporters, some demonstrators were thoroughly brutalized by police officers. Some lost their lives, others maimed and rendered disabled. How did we respond to these violations locally and on people we can easily identify? Didn't we try to justify the brutality meted on them, terming them looters and saboteurs of the economy, merely because they belong to a different political persuasion? Did some of our politicians clap and cheer as water cannons, police batons, and tear gas worked on the protesters? What did we do about Baby Pendo and Baby Mutinda? Today, I have seen a protest letter to Inspector General of Police Hilary Mutyambai, penned by the Law Society of Kenya President Nelson Harvey, after a video clip trended in the social media yesterday in respect to a young man who was arrested by police officers at a Nakuru library. In the clip, the suspect, Mark Oreo, a clothes vendor, is being brutalized by 3 police officers, as one of them is seen repeatedly pulling the young man's genitals to force him to board a police vehicle. His offense? Allegedly failing to wear a face mask. He was later released after reportedly paying a 5,000 shillings bribe. Now, here is my challenge. Oreo is a Kenyan. We can easily identify with him. Those captured on camera brutalizing him are known members of the Kenya Police Force. Let us begin there. Let us demand action on these officers. Let the IG take action on the trio. Let the Independent Policing Oversight Authority, IPOA, do its job, as clearly required of it by the Kenyan Constitution. Only then will our outrage this week that a white American police officer, make sense. That's my punchline.